People take Tinubu for granted. I'm one Nigerian who don't take it for granted. If you're dealing with Tinubu and you're sleeping, you must have your two eyes open. 2003, when we were preparing for the presidential election, I don't need to call names. At a strategic meeting for that presidential election, some people were telling Atiku, "You have won, you did this." And halfway, Atiku said, "Ship down. I haven't heard you say anything." I said, if I know this, the cluster of people you brought to make you win presidency, then it's a pity. Do you know the person who you are running after? He said, yes, the name is Tinubu, his friend. I said, he has won the election. He finished the election more than 9 months ago. Atiku kept his pen. I said, he finished the election more than 9 months ago, both judiciary everywhere. And people are here talking. He finished the election for 2027, unless God will stop him. Only God can stop him.
This interview with Chief Dan has set the internet on fire. People are speechless because he didn't just talk, he exposed powerful secrets behind President Tinubu, political success, and revealed who he believed can truly stop him in 2027. According to Chief Dan, anyone who underestimates Bola Tinubu will only realize it when it's already too late. Even he himself said he doesn't dare underestimate him. He described Tinubu as a political strategist, a man always 10 steps ahead. He said Tinubu political structure is not built on luck, it is built on years of calculation, loyalty, and deep connection. And anyone who wants to face him must have their eyes wide open. To prove his point, he went on to recall several political battles Tinubu has fought and won, explaining how strategic, intelligent, and focused he has always been. In Chief Dan's word, Tinubu is not just someone anyhow person can defeat. But this is where the internet lost it. He said, and I quote, Tinubu has already finished the 2027 election unless God himself stops him. That statement alone sends shockwave everywhere. He explained that Tinubu never takes anything for granted, not a handshake, not an alliance, not even his wife. And that mindset, according to him, is what keeps helping Tinubu to win every battle, making him one of the most strategic politicians in Nigeria today. But Chief Dan doesn't stop there. He said the opposition still has a chance, and that chance lies in strategy and unity. He pointed out that PDP currently has 9 governors, and that's enough to challenge Tinubu if only they get serious. But right now, he says, the massive defection from PDP to APC show weakness, not seriousness in his word. That is not how you face a man like Tinubu. Then came another twist. Chief Dan shocked many when he boldly declared that Peter Obi is the only person who can defeat Tinubu in 2027. He went on to say something that has been trending since the interview, that Peter Obi actually won the 2023 election and he can say it anywhere. He explained how Obi pulled over 6 million votes despite all the challenges that happened in several polling units during the election. And that is why he believes Peter Obi remains Tinubu's strongest opponent, because Obi already has structure, loyal supporter, and genuine love from the people. Chief Dan called the obedient movement massive and alive, but he also sent Obi a warning that this alone is not enough. According to him, Peter Obi must not only rally support, he must protect those foes and stand on a strong political platform to face Tinubu. Seriously, every part of this interview was loaded, from his emotional tone to the hard truth he drops about Nigerian political landscape. And one thing is clear, 2027 is already shaping up to be a battle of strategy, not sentiment. And this is why you need to watch this video to the end. So I'm going to be playing the video so that you can hear everything Chief Dan said in the interview. So make sure you like this video and share this video to someone that needs to see it. And also, if you are just coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, please do well to click that subscribe button today.
People take Tinubu for granted. I'm one Nigerian who don't take it for granted. If you're dealing with Tinubu and you're sleeping, you must have your two eyes open. Because if you know, as governor of Lagos State, there was nothing 8 years of Babangida, Obasanjo, that was not done to take that state from him. There was a time PDP took the other 5 states and he fought back again in second election and took them back. He was the only governor who survived PDP, Obasanjo in the Southwest. People tend to forget that because we all have convenient amnesia in this country. He's a man I don't take for granted. In 2003, when we were preparing for the presidential election, I don't need to call names. At a strategic meeting for that presidential election, some people were telling Atiku, you have won, you did this. And halfway, Atiku said, "Ship down. I haven't heard you say anything." I said, if I know this, the cluster of people you brought to make you win presidency, then it's a pity. Do you know the person who you are running after? He said, yes, the name is Tinubu, is his friend. I said, he has won the election. He finished the election more than 9 months ago. Atiku kept his pen. I said, he finished the election more than 9 months ago, both judiciary everywhere. Finished the election. This is a man who doesn't take anything for granted. Even the wife is married in the house, doesn't take anybody for granted. And people are here talking. He's finished the election for 2027, unless God will stop him. Only God can stop him. Okay, look at the disarray, the main opposition party. Look at the disarray we are in. So how do you, in this disarray, plan how to win against Tinubu? Even when a candidate has not emerged, PDP has zoned their presidency to the south. Nobody has emerged yet. The only person who can recrystallize PDP now, if Peter Obi joins PDP, then there's a battle for Tinubu in 2027. If not, it's just an easy walkover.
All right. From all you've said, is PDP still strong to go into 2027 election and expect to win?
We have 9 governors. No, 10. We had 10 governors yesterday morning. Now we have 9. If a party has 9 governors, how many governors had APC when they started against PDP? That's not virtually nothing. What is his name? Muhammad Buhari lost election 3 times before he came up with the alliance with Tinubu, and they formed APC, and they won. So if our 9 governors are anything serious and sit down to plan, because this is strategic thinking, it's not a function of armchair theoreticians. No, you have to sit down. And do they look like people who are strategically thinking how to face Tinubu if they have not been compromised already? And it explains the spate of defections going on from PDP to APC. This is not the function of people who are serious to take over government. Haven't seen any of them. In fact, look at the election of 2023. The governor of Oyo State gave Tinubu 600,000 votes, and PDP had about under 400,000. So where do you think he's an active, hard-working governor? But that's an indication of where their interest is.
Peter Obi, people are saying he should come back to the PDP. Why should he come back to the PDP?
Well, what I'm saying, that's politics everywhere in the world is not a function of statistics. In terms of, if you look at what is going on in America, if America is not a stable country, Trump had run the place down. America is almost going. In fact, the news in America now is about this lock of what is happening in Gaza. That's trying to give Trump a new beginning. But the disaster in America, his spoken words, you cannot believe this is a country over 250 years in democracy. It all talks like a talk. So sometimes you look at America, you have sympathy for Nigeria. If they are that, horrible at that level, we're emulating them, and you don't see any standards they keep. The only thing that, if you see a Democrat, it's a Democrat. You hardly hear this moving from here to there. But the nature of governance is nothing exciting for one to copy. Not when you look at Trump. There's nothing, nothing to talk about.
So what do you think can make Peter Obi excel in 2027?
Okay. Look at this way. In the last election, if I tell you honestly, Peter Obi won that election, 2023. I can privately, authoritatively say so. He had 6.something million votes. Atiku had 6.something million votes. The president won with 8.something million. Even after all the nonsense that happened in Lagos State. And most places in the north, they suppressed his vote. And I did warn him. In fact, about 4 weeks ago, he was in my house in Enugu. I said, nothing has changed. People are prepared to vote for you, but you have to be prepared to take care of them to protect your vote. If you don't protect your vote, you're not going anywhere. He's the only one who can effectively and positively challenge this government and win. Because when you listen to him, very brilliant mind, that he said in 2 years you can turn any economy around unless you want to steal. If you're not going to be compromised with all these criminals in government, it's not rocket science to turn this country around, because we have the resources so to do. But when borrowing comes up and you don't know where the money borrowed is supposed to, isn't that a sad episode?
And there are those
Alright, Shivdan didn't just speak out of emotion, he spoke out of experience. And if you listen carefully to his word, he wasn't just talking about Peter Obi or Tinubu, he was exposing how Nigeria's entire political system truly operates behind the curtains. Think about it. When he said Tinubu has already finished the 2027 election unless God stop him, that wasn't praise, that was a warning about how deeply rooted Tinubu's structure is, from loyal allies to quiet influencer who moved long before the rest of the country even realized what is happening. This is what many people don't understand. Elections in Nigeria are not just won on social media, noise or rallies. They are won in the quiet rooms of strategy, in loyalty network that have been built for decades, and that is the picture Chief Dan painted. But here is the twist: even though he acknowledged Tinubu's power, he also said there is one man who can challenge him, which is Peter Obi. Why? Because Peter Obi's strength doesn't come from the old system. It comes from the people, from the youth who are tired, from Nigerians who want something different, and from the silent majority who still believe in change. Now, when you look at it deeply, Shivdan was making a very strong point that the 2027 election will not just be a political contest, it will be a war between structure and sincerity, between the old game of power and a new generation of hope. But then again, hope without structure is like wind. It moves people, but it doesn't move the system. And that is why he kept hammering on one thing: strategy. Because emotion alone won't defeat a man like Tinubu, only organized emotion will. And he is right, because PDP might have 9 governors, but without unity, that number means nothing. The defections, the internal battles, the lack of focus, it all weaken their voice. And while they fight each other, Tinubu is strengthening his base every single day. Chief Dan's word should serve as a mirror to the opposition, because what he's saying is simple. If you want to win Tinubu, you must first learn from Tinubu. You must build structure, loyalty, and focus, not just talk. And that's the painful truth most politicians don't want to hear. While others are busy trending, Tinubu is busy planning. While others are busy fighting each other, he's building alliance. And that is why, whether you like him or not, you can't ignore his political intelligence. But here is the big question: can Peter Obi still stand a chance in 2027? Absolutely, if he plays the long game. Because, as Chief Dan said, Obi already has the people, the integrity, and the influence. What he needs now is a solid platform, a united front, and a smart strategy that can match the Tinubu system. 2027 won't be about who shout louder. It will be about who plan deeper. And maybe, just maybe, the interview is a message, a wake-up call to everyone who still think politics in Nigeria is a game of luck. Because when you strip everything down, what Dan Ulasi really said was this: respect your opponent, understand his strengths, and if you truly want to change Nigeria, you must be ready to play the long game, the strategic game. Now, the big question is, will Peter Obi and the opposition listing, or will Tinubu calculation continue unchallenged till 2027? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. And if you love in-depth political analysis like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the comment section.